this channel, most of the time when talking about something in the WWE awesome or being special, it's always from a certain period, the 2000s and sometimes the early 2010s, which directly relates to the time I was a kid. So of course I was going to find the WWE awesome even if I grew up in a time where Vladimir Kozlov was a thing. But there is one year that truly stands out that wasn't from that time period, a year that actually took place when I was 18 years old, but still it will always hold a special place in my heart. It was the year I was going to my first year of university, the year that Drake dropped views, the Warriors blew a 3-1 lead, and it was the year that the WWE was honestly just special. 2016 in the WWE was a special time. This was the year where so many new superstars broke through, so many classic matches and moments, and it was a year that had no reason to be as elite as it was. What made 2016 so fun in the WWE was how diverse it was. There was something for everyone. No matter what you liked in the WWE, you got it. If you want Roman Reigns going God mode and beating everyone, sure, why not? You like women's wrestling? You definitely got what you needed. They even brought back cruiserweights. There was truly something for everyone. I was invested, I was excited, I was a true fan of the product once again. And the weirdest part is, WrestleMania sucked that year, but even then, when I think of 2016, I can't help but smile. Shout out to Nas, but life was just good and wrestling played a huge factor in that. The year started and everybody and their mom was injured. John Cena, Randy Orton, Seth Rollins, but even then, the Royal Rumble pay-per-view perfectly set the tone for the rest of the year. This was the year that the Royal Rumble was Super Roman Reigns versus the world, and everybody knew what was going to happen, but it didn't matter. It was still such an awesome night. Triple H coming in at the end, going over. And how could we forget the debut of AJ Styles? AJ Styles carried 2016 like his life depended on it, and it all started here. I'll never forget watching Raw in February of 2016, and I thought it was going to be just another episode. And after 7 long years, we finally heard Shane McMahon's theme play, and Shane was back. The crowd was going insane. I was going insane, jumping in my living room. We always hoped that Shane would be back. And 2016 was the year that he finally came back. And then a few weeks later, he tried to kill himself on pay-per-view. Shane McMahon and trying to kill himself named a more iconic duo. In 2016, I actually went to WWE Roadblock in March of that year, my first show in almost 10 years. The night where Dean Ambrose took on Triple H for the title, and I swear to God, everyone in there for brief moments actually thought that Dean was going to pull it off. And one of my favorite moments of the year was, of course, at WrestleMania 32. My 2 absolute favorites of all time in the ring together, kicking ass, being happy, and it was literally like the perfect conclusion to my childhood. Just so many memories and matches in 2016. Remember Money in the Bank? It was Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for the WWE title. Roman walked in champion. He had a banger with Seth. Seth won the championship just for Dean fucking Ambrose to come out and cash in the Money in the Bank. On one night, all 3 members of the Shield held the WWE title, which led to a match that everyone had been dreaming of since 2012. The Shield Triple Threat. What a time it was to be alive. I'm not gonna lie, 2016, the first half wasn't all perfect. It was definitely up and down, but it still had so many fun moments. Zack Ryder finally accomplished something with his life. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens feud. The women turned up at WrestleMania in that classic triple threat, but everything changed in July when the WWE hit us with that brand split. The second half of 2016 was just banger after banger. The John Cena and AJ Styles feud, the classic match at SummerSlam. Enzo and Cass were running shit. Remember when Heath Slater didn't get drafted and would pull up on both Raw and SmackDown begging for a job? Kevin Owens becoming the Universal Champion with Triple H's help. AJ Styles running SmackDown, the face that ran the place. Cena was still full-time. Dean Ambrose in his WWE prime. 2016 SmackDown was so good that people compared it to 2002 SmackDown. Every week was just the best 2 hours of wrestling you could possibly imagine. And never forget Talking Smack. I never ever in my life imagined I would ever watch a WWE post show. Hell, I have barely seen...
Wait for part 2.